If you want to do God's work, somehow you have to be a little crazy to do it.
She sees a need and she goes for it.
When you meet her, you want to come back and help her.
I admire her vision.
Her name in Central America is Mother Theresa of Honduras.
For me, she's saint.
So I have to tell you this story, and I humbly do so on behalf of so many others who have seen the same thing I'm about to share with you. This story starts in one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere, Honduras. It also has one of the highest crime rates in the world. 2/3 of its population lives below the poverty line. And according to UNICEF, more than 150,000 Honduran children are orphans. Thousands of children live on the streets and are subject to violence and recruitment of gangs. Through all this darkness, there is one amazing light.
This is God's work. This is God's project. And I cannot fail on this.
For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. These words were written thousands of years ago and are one of the best ways to preface the story of Sister Maria Rosa Leggol. This is her story.
My vocation begins when I was 6. And that day was my birthday, 6 years old. And that very day, 6 sisters arrived in Puerto Cortes in a ship from Germany. And then I saw them because they came for Mass. And I didn't know who they were, dressed in, covered up, long dresses. And I said, who are these people? And then the priest said, oh, these are girls who wants to do something for the orphans, for the sick, for the schools. And they go to a community to become nuns or sisters, in order to be ready for doing social work. Oh, when he said orphans, I will be one of them. In the school, I met 2 other girls who were orphans. The only bad thing was that they were mistreated. And we were friends, and they were telling me, I live with my godparents, and they were poor, but they treat me very good. I was feeling so bad for them. And I said, well, if these sisters making homes for the homeless, I will make home for the homeless and take these 2 girls with me. See, since I was a little girl, I was trained with my mother that we should care for the people and we should help people when they have needs.
An orphan herself, as a young child, Sister Maria Rosa had found her calling that would define the rest of her life. One that would include helping over 40,000 Honduran orphans and being referred to as the Mother Theresa of Honduras. By the work of God, she met those nuns 3 years later.
So I went to complain with the Blessed Mother, and I said, Blessed Mother, where are those sisters? How can I find them? If you don't help me to find them, how can I become one of them? You know what happened? I get out of the church, and I went out, and the only train was going. 2 of those sisters were in the train. Tell me that God didn't call me for this. So I said, sisters, I want to go with you because I want to be one of you. Okay, if you want to come with us on Sunday, you have to go to meet us in Potrerillos. I said, okay, I will be there. And then I was thinking, if I tell my godparents, what happens if they say, no, I cannot go because I cannot be disobedient. But if I don't say anything, I will not be disobedient. So I will go without saying anything. And it's what I did. I get up early in the morning, and because I used to go to mass all the time, everybody was thinking that I was in church. But I went to the train, I jumped in, and I went to Potrerillos. And when I got there, I saw the two sisters. Sisters, I'm here. What can they do? I was there. They still did not question me who I am, where are my parents, or they didn't say anything.
It's a good thing she took that leap of faith and followed those nuns that day. It was at that moment that the seeds of her future projects were planted. Later, in 1949, she joined the Sisters of St. Francis and was educated in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Upon returning to Honduras, she went to work in a hospital where she tended to the sick and dying.
I went to the sisters, we went to Comayagua. They did have a place in Comayagua for orphans. So I began there. Then I thought, now I know what to do with the orphans. I have to go and find out what to do with the sick people. So I bothered them until they sent me to Policlinica because the other four sisters were there. I bothered them so much because I'm terrible. When I need something or I want something, I fight until I get it, or I make people move.
After gaining insight into helping orphans, she was assigned to work at a hospital in the capital city of Tegucigalpa to learn more about helping the less fortunate and to learn the skills to help the sick.
Sor Maria Rosa is an special woman. She came here, Sor Maria Rosa, started working here in this hospital. She was tremendous and a very good worker. All the nuns decided that she could be my nurse. So I have some part in the life of Sor Maria Rosa. She had a spirit of service and especially a humanity service to my patients. When we have patients with very condition, economic condition, she prayed me, don't charge. I remember always. And I start making my practice in medicine, and many people we don't charge by Sor Maria Rosa.
While spending time working at the hospital, Sister learned of a Honduran practice to send entire families to prison with an incarcerated parent. As would be expected, the conditions for these children were miserable and racked with all forms of abuses. The singular need to save these children was the genesis of Sister's mission, and with this need in mind, she created Sociedad Amigos de los Ninos, or SAN for short.
Because they knew I wanted to take the children from prison who were there with the parents. So we came up here and they were starting this Colonia Miraflores. So it happened that we knew the man who was in charge of this place. He was building. And I said, I need 10 homes for the children from prison. If I say I need 10 homes, I hope they were going to give me 10 homes. I didn't say I want to buy 10 homes. I don't even know the money. Okay, a call came to the hospital. Tell Sister Maria Rosa the 10 homes are finished. She had 15 days to get the down payment. Lord have mercy, it was a down payment. I didn't know what a down payment was. And the superior got all excited. But how in the world you went to orphan homes? Who is going to pay? I said, I don't know. The only thing I know is we need them. Let's put it in God's hands. If God wants me to have those 10 homes, the money will come through Him. That night, an American lady came very sick. And she was so excited because she couldn't speak a word of Spanish. I said, Doña Elena, don't worry, I take care of you. Her husband was out of town, but I didn't know at that time that he was from the embassy. When her husband came in 3 days later, he said, I want you to give Sister Maria Rosa a good, beautiful price. She has been with me 3 days and 3 nights without sleeping, taking care of me. So the man came and said, Sister, what you need, because my wife want me to give you a good price, a good something. I said, the only thing I need is somebody can help me to get the down payment for the homes, for 10 homes in Miraflores. He said, okay. Tomorrow we have a big meeting in the American Embassy. If you could be there, then we speak. We went to the American Embassy. That day, the meeting was the first meeting for the Alliance for Progress. I didn't know that your President Kennedy was doing this.
To our sister republics, south of our border, we offer a special pledge to convert our good words into good deeds in a new alliance for progress to assist free men and free governments in casting off the chains of poverty.
They told me, you have to fill up all these papers and they have to be signed by your board of directors members.
One of the most infamous stories of Sister's determination and strong will is when she needed the final signature to obtain the Alliance for Progress funding for her down payment on the 10 houses. Learning that the needed board member had left to take a flight out of town, she went to the airport rather than wait for his return and waved down the plane, demanding that they lower the staircase.
Everybody signed but Miguel. And when I got there, they said, Sister, I said, sorry, he's in Toncontin. You know, I went to Toncontin, I went to the desk. Yes, but he's in that plane already. I said, please, I need for him a sign. Is dead or alive? You have to sign this today before that plane leaves. We can't go there. Don't you see the things are already going down and the escalera is moving, everything. I said, but I need it. That plane cannot go without this. So I went out the door and I started motioning the pilot. I would try to say so much, there is somebody who has to sign this. So please, please, please. So the escalera went in, the door got open, I jumped up. Miguel, you have to sign this before you leave, please. He signed the thing. And when I turned around, the police were waiting for me because, how can you be here? This is forbidden. I said, listen, guys, I haven't done anything wrong to the plane. I begged the pilot. He put the escalera, opened the door, and I went in. So I didn't, but we are supposed to, so I started blessing that plane. And goodbye, everybody, and thank you to the pilots and everything. And I turned around. What I was doing is trying to find out how I can run, and they would not take me. Tell me that this is not God's holy will, this work. He put everything that we need. He moved the people that he have to be moved in the right moments.
Starting with those initial homes in Tegucigalpa, Sociedad Amigos de los Ninos has had many projects over the years, but the attention has always been the same: to give the children the right tools they need to succeed in life. Today there are 3 main projects that SAN funds and oversees: Nuevo Paraíso, Pedro Atala, and Reyes Irene Valenzuela School for Girls. Nuevo Paraíso is located about an hour outside of Tegucigalpa. It is essentially a rural community of homes, schools, activity centers, and a medical clinic for 125 plus children. Originally a small community for single mothers and their children, it has transformed into a large community full of life and happiness. In the Nuevo Paraíso community, the children receive schooling and, most importantly, love and attention to set them up to grow up in a safe environment and give them the opportunity to become thriving adults.
My name is May Valenzuela, and I've been here for 16 years. I met Sister Maria Rosa when I was a little girl because my family has been very involved in Sociedad Amigos de los Ninos from the beginning, and is still involved. My job is to be the public relations of the North Americans. This work would not be possible without the help, the support of so many groups. Without their commitment, their love, their support, and their hard work, we would not be able to do what we do.
I have to give the children some kind of pattern of what a family like. Even if we just look for the lady who will stay there like mother. So I want to make a little town exactly with the things the children need to grow up clean and better. And that was my idea, to show Honduras, this is the pueblo that everybody needs in order to grow up safe. That's why we start with the school, with the clinic, with the shops to learn trades and everything. It's not good sometimes just to give. If you just give to the poor, then you are teaching them how to beg or how to depend. But the idea was to have a pueblo with the things the pueblo needs to have good people in it.
I'm Tio Taiso from Gilmore Academy in Cleveland, Ohio. I have been coming here with groups since the year 2000. And I got the opportunity to come here and I thought, well, you know, I have the Spanish background. I love the Latino culture. I spent 15 years in Argentina and, you know, it would be a great, but I was at that point thinking about myself. When I got here, I walked away saying to myself, we have to start bringing the Gilmore students here.
Pedro Atala is located in Tegucigalpa. The Pedro Atala community consists of small group homes that cater to about 50 at-risk city children. Like Nuevo Paraíso, these children live in a group setting with a stay-in auntie or tia, giving the children a sense of family and a warm motherly figure. Sonia Arazo is the director of Pedro Atala Homes.
Sister always tell us, don't say to the people when they ask for help, never say no. Always say yes. Sister says, Sonia, don't ask about one. Don't think about money. Sister, how we can feed the children? And Sister said, faith, pray.
This is Pedro Atala Homes. We have 54 children in 4 houses. We have an auntie to take care of them. We have 30 children in each house. We have a teachers. We have 3 teachers that help the children with homework. But this is a place that very nice for children, help children, you know, have the opportunity to have very good education. And when they go out, they have big opportunity to work in Honduras and to help more people.
Most of them, they came as little kids. And so they're still living the way that we train them to live like a family. I still cannot say no to those who didn't come so little, but they need a home.
Sonia also oversees a girls' transitional house near Pedro Atala. It is a home for girls transitioning into adulthood, where they can live independently, pay their own bills, go to community college, and begin to transition into adulthood.
Yo vine a los hogares cuando tenía 9 años, ahora tengo 21. Vine a 4º grado, estoy en mi 3er año de universidad. Aquí es mi segunda familia, mi segunda casa. Gracias a ella estoy estudiando, tengo una oportunidad de ser alguien en la vida. Mi sueño es graduarme de la universidad, ser una licenciada en administración de empresas.
Reyes Irene Valenzuela School for Girls is also located in Tegucigalpa, with over 450 enrolled in grades 9 through 12. The school was founded to help at-risk young women participate in secondary school to enhance their chances for better employment. Many of these girls work in difficult domestic servant roles 6 days a week and use their only day off to attend this school to educate themselves for a better life. This school offers technical and vocational training on computers, textiles, hair design, and other business skills, along with health education and legal support. These three current projects are just the most recent examples of Sister Maria Rosa's legacy in action. There have been countless success stories over the years where the grace of God has touched others through Sister's work. One example is Teresa de Jesus Gomez. Teresa was one of the original mothers at Nuevo Paraíso and has gone on to run a successful business.
Mi nombre es Teresa de Jesus Gómez. Tengo 18 años de estar con Sor María Rosa. Hace 6 años estoy trabajando personal. Mis hijos obviamente ya están grandes, llegaron pequeñitos y están ya en la universidad. Al inicio, seguridad, porque los niños ahí están con todo lo necesario. En realidad el programa de Sor María Rosa siempre iba ¿cómo le puedo decir? A proteger a los niños, a eso. Pero no era que uno tenía una casa permanente. Nosotros siempre pensamos cuando el proyecto terminara qué iba a pasar. Pero la finalidad de Sor María siempre fue capacitarnos a nosotros, de que todas las madres que llegamos fuéramos independientes. Ese era el enfoque, la visión de ella, de que nosotros no creyéramos, no pensáramos que ella iba a estar toda la vida, pues decir, bajo un paraguas, nosotros ahí cobijadas sobre ella. Así es como comenzamos. Comenzamos poquito a poquito no teníamos mesa, solo teníamos una estufa y así creciendo poco a poco. Mi hijo mayor iba a entregar las tajaditas, el otro pequeñitos me ayudaban a pelar cuando no había para pagar una persona y gracias a Dios valió la pena. Si uno regresa atrás, dice uno, ¿qué hubiera pasado de mi vida si no la hubiera conocido? Y hubiera sido bien diferente el panorama.
Something that Sister Maria Rosa and Sociedad Amigos de los Ninos are proud of are the relationships and help from others outside the community. Groups come from across the United States, Canada, and the world, inspired by her vision, willing to help in whatever way needed to make Sister's vision a reality.
They come and they have built the homes for the children. They sponsor a lot of the children. I think the most important thing for the groups, and especially the young teenagers that come, is that they make an impact in the children. They have been abandoned by both their parents. So knowing that these young people come to be with them, their presence just changes them completely. My life has changed because we are changing the lives of so many children, giving them the opportunity to study and to feel good about themselves, to recover their self-esteem, to be happy, to feel loved.
The majority of schools, and especially private schools, I view them as students in a bubble, especially in the United States. And I think that the students need to get out of that bubble. They need to test the waters. They need to find out what goes on in other parts of the world. For our students, the expression that I've heard most often from both the students that come here and from their parents after they've had a chance to unwind and let everything out is it's a life-changing experience for them. I really enjoy their ability to connect with the kids. Do we do construction here? Yeah. To say that we come here to do construction would not be, we come for the kids. But we know that to help the kids, there's something else that has to be done rather than the human connection. So we come here and I call ourselves the grunts. We come over here and do the dirty stuff that maybe other groups don't want to do, mixing concrete, building walls, whatever the case might be.
I've been blessed to meet Sister since the day I was born. She was in the delivery room when I was born, so that's why she knows me. Since then, she used to work with my mother in the same hospital. The way I see it, Paraíso is going to be like a model, replicated in different places, different part of the country. That's the way I see Paraíso. The many experience we have here, I think that they deserve to be replicated in many places. sometimes for people it's hard to understand the way she thinks, because she never stops. She's not afraid. She sees a need and she goes for it. So no matter what, when she started this project, she came here and there was nothing in here, absolutely nothing. Many people thought she was crazy.
Sister Maria Rosa is like a magnet. Everyone around her who sees her ambition, her goals, and her work ethic is immediately attracted to helping her. Her vision and her mission to help the less fortunate would not be possible without the help of others. Others who are attracted to her through her one singular goal, the sole duty of helping others less fortunate, helping children without homes, and helping those who need a light in the darkness, a light from God. This is her story.
We have to learn how to make impossible things possible. Don't accept that this is impossible, this is too hard. No, don't make it more hard than what it is. Try to make it possible. This is God's work. This is God's project. And I cannot fail on this. And that's why I have lived all this year with so many problems. It's almost 50 years now that I'm here. Because of his beautiful, shining light to see things with his eyes, with the way he wants me to see it. It's a beautiful road. I only have to follow because his bright light is there. I just have to look straight.
She gained my heart with her special work.
She has really increased my faith because she has such a strong faith. And there were times where we have nothing to give the children, and she would say, I would worry. And she said, trust God. And somebody would come with a donation, and we had money to feed the children. So my faith has really increased. Plus the vision. I admire her vision. So I always am amazed by her vision and her faith.
She is a special woman, really.
Ella es una gran madre y no ha parido hijos.
For me, she's a saint. And I had the privilege to be close to her for many, many years, and I think that's why I am committed to be here.
I don't know how to describe it, but when you meet her, you want to come back and help her. She has such strong faith that any project that she starts will be taken care of. But hearing her story and her being an orphan and what the struggles that she went to, and knowing so early on that this is what she wanted to do, was hugely impressive to me. But what she's done for, 30,000 children, if not more, over the last 40, 45 years, it's just amazing. I mean, anybody to be able to carry a project like that for that many years, I will follow her. What impresses the folks that I bring down here, and especially the students, is how happy they are with nothing. And that's what they have, nothing. If Sister wasn't providing them, and groups weren't providing them with their clothing and the shoes and being able to go to school and all that, they have nothing. Yet, you go out there and all you see is smiles.
We are changing the lives of so many children, giving them the opportunity to study and to feel good about themselves, to recover their self-esteem, to be happy, to feel loved.
We don't work alone, we have to work together. And you know, when you have a big team like Jesus and Mary sign, my goodness, what else you want? I believe that's why I was sent from God through my mother to know what to do and do God's work. It's not an easy job. Don't you ever go any place without asking the Lord to accompany you wherever you go. If you have the real clear mind that this is God's holy will to have these projects, how can you tell one person no?